So, there have been a lot of Thomas Friends fan films in the past 2 decades. So much so that I thought it would be fun if I look at the 10 films that I think are the best of the best. But before I start, I want to say that there will be spoilers aplenty. Without further ado, let's go. The Secret Island by Thomas Van Eight. This film is fun, and is filled with adventure as well as thrilling moments. Although I do have some problems with the film, such as this scene.
Back control crossed the level crossing and stopped. I'll need to go to McDonald's. The railway's the quickest way.
Just why? And the whole part where the Diesel manages to lift himself up using the scaffold after he got stabbed into a rock? How'd he do that? But those are just minor problems I have in the film, and the fact of the matter is, this is a very fun and fulfilling ride. Diesel and Derricks' Christmas Message by SI Forums and Fansite. Now trust me when I say this isn't like a typical Christmas special, in fact hardly like one at all, since for the majority of the film they're just criticizing it. Such as the loudness, the parties, the people, and just, oh my god, I could just go on forever. But that's not the only reason why I think this special is great. The animation is also spectacular, as well as voice acting. I'll definitely recommend this film to anyone who's into mature themes. Core of the Law by Thomas Wooden Railway. In this film, Diesel and Ten tries to take over Sodor once again. Now yes, I know there have been other films where Diesel and Ten takes over Sodor, so why is this one so special? Well, simply because of how big it is. In this film, Diesel 10 now has a whole army of Diesels on his side, including Den, who realizes that Diesel 10 was trying to get rid of him, so ultimately decides to join the steamy side. But the only thing standing in his way is the magic gold dust. It's a truly great and fascinating film. Control of the Line by Aerodale Productions. This was the finale of Aerodale Productions' own show for Series 1, and my god did they end it with a bang. It's filled with twists and turns, tension and action. There's so much to enjoy in this film. I don't want to spoil anything, but all I say is that this was a nice conclusion to Series 1. How the Diesel Stole Christmas by Thomas Woodward 2 and 3. Yep, another Christmas one, and also where Diesel was the main character too. It's pretty much a remake of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and since that one's a timeless classic, of course this one will be high on the list. Now, it's not like a typical Thomas Woodward 2 and 3 film, where there's vast amounts of swearing and edgy content. Okay, whilst there is still swearing and edgy content in this one, you can really tell they really pulled it back a notch. You can also tell they really tried to honour the holiday of Christmas. And I think the prime example of this is the scene where Diesel forgives all the engines for stealing the decorations. The Return of Diesel by Thomas and Friends. Yep, another engine trying to take over Sodor this time, but it's Diesel, and this time with a much bigger army. The animation is good, the sets are well done, and so is the voice acting. It's a great film with great tension and adventure. Thomas Boyce's Stack by Bulgy 13. Now this is a classic. I'm sure you've already seen this film by now, but if you haven't, what's wrong with you? Anyway though, this film is actually really held up well. I mean, if you just adjust the camera ratio, which is something you couldn't do back then, this film will honestly look like a film that was made now. Also, it's filled with pop culture references and adult jokes they just can't help but laugh at. And finally, Thomas as the Terminator? Just awesome. Now I could pretty much make an entire video of just nothing but Diesel D199 films. That's because he's an absolute legend who knows how to mix both comedy and entertainment in one film perfectly. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be singling out one film from him, and the film that I think is his personal best. Trick or Treat. This film is a perfect Halloween film. Filled with spooks and frights. What more could you want? I also like how this is filled with continuity, such as a Slender Engine and a Demon. Tobias and the Half Power by Tin Sin Sound. Look, I'm sorry, I suck at names. But you know which doesn't suck? This film. And one of the things I like most about it is that it's not just a fun, thrilling ride, it's actually a very dark film with very dark elements to it, such as Montague's backstory. I also really like how he took Toby's backstory and made an entirely original idea out of it. Not to mention his outstanding music. Yes, you hear that? He didn't gather any music anywhere, he actually made all the music in this film. Now that's impressive. So, what's my number one favourite Thomas Friends fan film? Well, considering how it's not shown up yet, I'm pretty sure most of you guys probably already know what it is. But if you don't, here it is. Mad Bomber by Leo Kim Video. What can I say about this film that hasn't been said already? The amount of effort and hard work that was put into this film still amazes me. From sets, camera angles, lighting, special effects, and explosions still amaze me to this day. Especially considering it was all done by one singular man and made back in 2000. This film has been a massive inspiration behind many other great filmmakers, and it's very clear to see why. And whilst it does suck that the second episode was never made, for the episode we've got, I guess that can be forgiven. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all the original videos in the description below.